when can I open Ark Passive?
Holy
Can I open it now before AEGIR? So let's see. This looks like a tier 3 character, doesn't it? It looks like a tier 3 character that did some nut castles. So how does baby Jills open Ark Passive? Well, the answer is simple. You just turn it on. But you do less damage because you lose the tier 3 settings. In tier 3, AEGIR, it has a set. For example, baby Jills has hallucination. Hallucination, depending on your class and build, is about, in general, 61% damage increase. So I bet you guys didn't know that. Like the Lost Ark 101, how much DPS increase does my set give me as entropy? I asked this to my chat yesterday. People don't even know what their set even does. It was a little alarming. That's why I'm making this video. Entropy is about 80% damage increase. That crit, the crit damage. As hallucination, you're losing the 60% damage. So when you turn on Ark Passive, I'll show you guys. Boom! No more hallucination. So let's write this down. By activating, in order for me to open Ark Passive early, I need to compensate for the DPS loss. I need to make up for the loss to make it worth it. So where am I gonna get that? The combat stats, we're gonna get it right here. So we get the combat stats from our accessories in tier 3. Now we get it from here. Without Ancient Gear, you're gonna notice a pattern soon. Without Ancient Gear, you wanna hit level 70 because you get 20 points into the evolution. Right here, the second tier, you get to put 20 points. Gives about 20% evolution damage, which is about like anywhere from 15 to 18% damage increase. We still need about 40% more to go. Where do we get that? NAU, you're blessed with the Hyper Awakening skill and Hyper Awakening at the launch of tier 4, which Koreans didn't have. You can get some damage from here. This will increase our Hyper Awakening damage. So that means you need to land your Hyper Awakening and also be able to use it in a fight to make up the loss of damage, right? Think about it. And then Hyper Awakening skill, we could increase it right here. So this will also make up for the 60%, but we still got a long ways to go. Where are we gonna get the rest? Remember I told you time and time again, you need to beg Aegis for free engravings. So when you guys open Ark Passive, it's gonna look like this. If you have legendary engravings, it's gonna be an upgrade because you're going from 5x3 plus 1 to about 6x3, right? Instead of Adrenaline 1, you have Adrenaline 3 now. Let's just say these are legendary, okay? They're not correct engravings, I know, but this is just for a demonstration. So you're gonna get some damage from here. Zeals, that's still not 60%. We're getting closer though. A 6/6 rock will enhance the engraving as well. Legendary engraving. So you don't want to open Ark Passive with purple engravings. You can, but not without Ancient Gear. This is without Ancient Gear. So you'll also get the 9/7 bonus here, 1.5% base attack. You get the, however you faucet your rock, it will enhance the engravings. So that's also adding towards the 60%, our goal, right? Our goal is to surpass the 60%. So we're getting it from, once again, from the evolution tab right here, 2 points. That's why you need to hit combat level 70, as well as you want to also get all the horizontal Ark Passive points. Like I said, do the field boss, right? In my tier 4 guide, I stressed that enough. Do the North Krujan, okay? Start the Crimson Snail, although the Crimson Snail is not obtainable yet. Yeah, so get the 3 out of the 4 in the index, like I said in my tier 4 guide. Get those, because that will also help towards the 60% you lost by dropping your hallucination set. And the rest comes from your accessories, the tier 4 accessories. That's why I made an accessory guide, right? That's why I made it. Tier 4 accessories has more dicks. The main stat difference right there is 17,800. So I can gain about 5,000 more main stat on necklace, and then blah, 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 blah. So that will increase your damage. Not only that, the Ark Passive points in the class node will help you go down. This is your class engraving. The first 3 nodes are class engraving. The first 3 nodes are class engraving. Some classes like Knight's Edge, your class engraving in the Ark Passive got nerfed. Okay, so you have to calculate that separately. But this is in general. So if you want to open Ark Passive early without Ancient Gear, I don't know why. I'll talk about who can. Okay, you want to have these offensive bonuses. I made a tier list, right? It's not even an opinion, it's a fact. What are the best options? Depending on when you open Ark Passive, here's the simplest way to explain it. Ancient Gear gives you more evolution points. So think of each Ancient Gear as like about 10% damage increase, right? Let's just round it to that. It'll make this video way easier to understand. So by obtaining 1 ancient gear, you help this goal from 60 to 50, right? By having 2 ancient gear, you lower the requirement to even lower. Maybe even this for certain classes. You see that ancient gear drops the requirement from the other places. It lessens the load. The most important thing is this. If you open Ark Passive earlier, the better you need elsewhere to carry the weight because you lost your set, your tier 3 set. So you have to, if you want to open Ark Passive with only relic gear, you have to get max roll on your relic accessory. But the reason why you need a mid roll or max roll is in this video because you need the damage increase from there to compensate for the damage you lose by dropping your tier 3 gear set. Do you guys understand up to this point, chat? Simplest way to say is this. The more ancient gear you have, the less you need in terms of the offensive stats on your accessories. The cheaper accessories you can equip and get away with it for now. And guess what? Ancient gear is free. You only need 2 pieces. If you wait for the 2 pieces or even 1 piece, you can drop the accessory requirement drastically. You can cut your own dog shit elixirs. I mean, excuse me. You can cut your own dog shit accessories, homemade, and you could equip that. And it'll still be a DPS increase if you open your Ark Passive with 1 to 2 ancient gear. If you have more, it's auto win. You must switch to Ark Passive after that. You must. So you can carry non-combat dud accessories, which I explained in this video. Once again, this is the foundation. Yeah, the truth flipped. So if you want to open Ark Passive early without any ancient gear, then you need to compensate by rolling good bonus options, which I discuss once again in this video. Right? You need to roll good bonus options here and pretty good, not just low rolls, but mid to high rolls. And also, you can open Ark Passive if you have full relic engravings. I don't know how many people have that in NA. My ZEALS can go Ark Passive at 1640. Yes, she can. Why? Because I have relic engravings. But even full legendary is great, and we're gonna make a video about full legendary and why some Korean players are not going relic engravings. We have the math on that. It will shock you what players are choosing to do instead. In general, when's the best time to open Ark Passive? 1 to 2 ancient gear, depending on your class. Okay, and then for the 3 whales watching this video, when can I open mine? Okay, I'll tell you right now. These general classes, these people can open Ark Passive with relic gear. After all the requirements said, combat level 70, did all the horizontals, got good relic accessories, and then you have full legendary engravings. If not more, then yes. So these 3 can open it early, but once again, you got to crank the damage from your accessories and yeah, the engravings, and you also have to land your hyper awakening. So those are the requirements, and I still don't advise it. I mean, if you're a whale, you're not 1640, first of all, right? Even if you open it with full legendary and you have 1 max roll or mid roll on the accessories, the relic accessories, and you open it without any ancient gear, we're talking about like 5% DPS increase, 4 to 5%. Yeah, so this, you can do it, but it's such a very small upgrade that it's just not worth it. Then, okay, let's talk about who is worth it then. 1660, there it is. Normal AEGIR enjoyers. There we go. Now, this one's worth it. With relic accessories, you can. Because once you get the 1 or 2 ancient gear, guys, it's gonna be pretty good. Entropy, if you're still scared, you can wait for the 3rd piece. Once again, the cheat is this. How do you cheat? ABC, always be cheap, always be cheating. How do you cheat? The more ancient gear, the cheaper accessories you can get away with. The ancient gear gives 12 more points per piece. So you could go way deeper into the evolution tree, which will crank so much damage so that you don't have to cut or get or buy good relic accessories and save that gold instead to saving for your ancient accessories. That would be a smarter move. So what I would do is I wouldn't even cut it myself. I would just buy duds, Remember the word angels earlier? The fools who didn't watch my God and cut relic and accessories, and they just rolled dog shit stats. We call them angels in Korea. We thank them every day for supplying us with cheap fucking accessories to take advantage of. So you could just buy it off the auction house. AZS just gave you 100 payons. So you could just buy dud accessories and have full ancient gear. And like even after 3 pieces of gear, you could open Ark Passive and be more powerful and make your raiding experience better because you have more DPS. Now, what about hard mode enjoyers? The 1680s. 1680s, once again, same thing as 1640. You can open it without any ancient gear as long as you have the ancient accessories with decent rolls and obviously full legendary engravings, and only for the select classes right here. Hallucination, Non-Endless Nightmare, and Salvation. Do a little bit deeper research if this applies to you. Spec Soul Eater can. Even for hard mode enjoyers, you want to wait for 1 or 2 piece. 1 piece, usually 1 piece, but if you want to be really safe, 2 pieces. Full legendary or relic. Relic doesn't apply to 99.999% of the audience. If you have relic engravings, just open Ark Passive. If you're these classes without ancient gear. So TLDR, the message is this. You are dropping your tier 3 set. Goodbye, good riddance. You need to make up for the DPS loss somewhere. So this video is teaching you how to make up for the difference. And if you don't know, and if you don't want to do the math, just wait for the ancient gear because it will drastically lower the requirement. Drastically make it cheaper. It will drastically reduce your burden. Okay? There is no advantage of opening it early. We're talking about like 4% increase at 1640, right? And that's if you land your Hyper Awakening. You just want to open it later when you have more ancient gear. As a matter of fact, like it's kind of weird not to open it when you have full ancient gear. You should just transition over because it's a huge DPS increase. Support, I don't know fucking shit. So I'm not gonna talk about support, but that should be the way, right? I don't want to talk about something I don't know, right? And if you think I am fucking crazy, all of this information is public. If you didn't take anything from this video, all you need to learn is this. Accessories and Ark Passive, the slower you take it is actually cheaper because the ancient gear, which is free, provides a significant boost. 1 clear of normal, 1 week, you get 1 ancient gear. That's already like almost good enough to switch for most people. For most people, it's almost good enough. 2 pieces, that's drastically increasing your confidence. 3rd piece, oh, by then you should go over. I hope that really helped you guys, man. I really hope that helped you. That is it, man. That is it. It can't get any easier. And also, I forgot to say it. The later you take it, the less combat points you need. Yeah, the less combat level you need, the later you do it, right? Let's say you have 2 pieces of gear or 1 piece of gear, then you don't need to be level 70. So this is the trend. The earlier you want to open it, the more you need to crank the damage from other sources. That is the TLDR. That is a lesson. That is a lesson. That is it. The earlier you want to open it for those little baby dick DPS, for the certain few classes, the general public here, 95% of the players will not have relic engravings and cracked out accessories. So for the majority of us, you want to open it with 1 to 2, if not more. The more, the cheaper accessories you need. Okay? That is the lesson. Whether it's relic accessories or ancient accessories. Okay? That is just a fact. Now, one day you might want to upgrade your accessories because it may become the best DPS increase to gold ratio. That day will come later, but that'll be a separate video.